Before you start taking a bunch of medications, going on spiritual retreats, getting certifications that you probably don't need, drinking a bunch of plant medicine in the jungle with some stranger from Joshua Tree, make sure you do this first. Go to my website, ReikiMarco.com, and generate a bodygraph. It's totally free. You just need your birthday, time, and location, and you can get one. You see how all these centers are white? That's pretty rare. Yours is probably going to look something like this, right? Where there's a combination of colored in centers, we call those defined centers, and undefined centers. Now I'm showing you my body graph because it's very unique. They're all undefined. They're all white. The nature of these undefined centers is that they're like microphones. They're going to pick up other people's thoughts, other people's direction, other people's health information. And you can literally use the undefined centers in your body graph to discover where you might just be picking up too much energy from other people. That's right. You don't need medication. You don't need to go on a trip. You don't need to like heal things, okay? You just need to start becoming more aware of these undefined centers. Now check this out. You're going to have a number of undefined centers in your body graph. Again, it might look something like this. If you have the undefined head, be very mindful of trying to solve everybody else's problems. If you have the undefined ajna, be very mindful of trying to convince people that you're certain. If you have the undefined throat, be very mindful of not just doing things for attention. If you have the undefined G center, be very mindful of getting validation from external sources, specifically around identity and direction. If you have the undefined heart, be careful of trying to prove yourself or competing with others. If you have the undefined spleen, be mindful of holding on to things that are actually not good for you. Just because they're good for somebody else doesn't mean it's going to be good for you too. If you have the undefined solar plexus, be mindful of avoiding the truth or avoiding confrontation. If you have the undefined sacral, be very mindful of when enough is enough for you. And if you feel like you're pushing it, it's probably too much already. And if you have the undefined root, be very mindful of rushing through things just to relieve the pressure. Now, everything I listed there are not self-qualities of these undefined centers. It's what happens when you're around somebody too much and you start to adopt their way of thinking, or you're sleeping with somebody too much and now you're just doing everything that satisfies them and not giving a damn about yourself. Human design can reveal where you've normalized things that are actually not correct for you. And not only that, but it'll give you a strategy and an inner authority to follow so that you can come back to your natural self. Now, if you want my help with conducting this experiment, I've made it super affordable for you. I have something on my website called a Reiki report that will give you an introduction to human design, analyze your body graph, and give you techniques to embody your design. All you have to do is go to my website, generate a body graph, and you'll see the reports right there. And I can promise you that my reports are going to be a lot more affordable than going to Bali and spending 500 hours with a dude named Soend who had a midlife crisis and became a yoga instructor.